Hey Transformer fans, welcome to our regularly scheduled Monday Transformers review where we're looking at another Predacon for this month. Is actually officially the Predacons month insect edition. Where, yesterday for Easter we looked at Scorponok, so today we are looking at Buzzsaw. Not Buzzsaw, Waspinator. Buzzsaw is actually later on in about 2 weeks from today. But today is Waspinator. But before we get to Waspinator, let's do our shout-outs of the week. Starting at 48 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Back to the Media, where we are going to be looking at video games and the consoles and the games to go along with them. So you can find them there at Back to the Media. And while you're there, you could also look up comic books and DVDs and CDs while you're there. Also, they have records and so much more there. So definitely give them a look-see. And if you can't find it there, or just want your console and PC or laptop fixed, you could go over to 48 South Loudon Street, or not 48 South Loudon Street, but go over to Middle Road, right behind the Cecil Valley, and see Play It Again games. And you could get all your consoles and PCs and laptops fixed there, and as well as getting other odds and ends that they don't have at Back to the Media. So definitely give them a look-see. And while you're there, after you leave there, you could go to 115 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles, where you get all your Transformers, G.I. Joe, and He-Man, and all those other needs there. So definitely check them out. And unfortunately, I got this guy off of Walmart.com, but you could get Transformers and G.I. Joes from Time Travelers. So definitely check them out. And after you leave there, you could go over across the street to 106 South Loudon Street to see Thinker Toys. So you can get stuff for your youngster, your toddler, and get all his stuff there, his or her stuff there, like slime and slinkies and little barnyard animals and games that they could play, puzzles to help them out with their puzzle solving skills. So definitely give them a look. And while you're there, you could actually stop over to go over to Piccadilly Street to, I think it's 6 Piccadilly Street, to Breaker Brothers, which is a car shop, and this is a new shout out. They do Pokemon cards, sports cards, different kind of like card holders that you can put the cards in and stuff like that to keep them safe. They just opened on Piccadilly Street, so definitely give them a look-see. And once you're done there, if you're looking for comic books, you could go over to 80 Weems Lane and see 4-Color Fantasies and get all kinds of Marvel, DC, IDW comics. You could get different titles like Spider-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Superman, all kind of different comic titles there. So definitely give them a shout. The Avengers, Iron Man, Batman, Justice League, you get all of them there. So definitely give them a look-see. So once you're done with them, and you're in North Carolina and want comic books, you could go to Comic Monsters and give them a look-see. I've been to both stores, got comics from both stores. They are both of them. Both are my hot. After you leave there and you're in Winchester and you're looking for different other sets of comics to look at, you could go see Tropical Islands and see all of the Jamaican food that you can get, that you can live off of. Man, there's some good eats there. So definitely check them out. But if you got a tree in your yard and you need tree service done, and tree work done, you can get a hold of mixed tree service and do what you can there. So definitely give him a shout. He'll take care of your tree. He'll pull your tree down, remove your tree stump, and all that kind of stuff. So definitely give him a look-see. And if you're with if you're looking for a bank, you can go to Bank of Clark or United Bank and get all your banking needs met. So definitely give it a shout. And after you go there, you could definitely hit up State Farm or Farmers for all your insurance needs, whether it's for renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, or anything of the sort. So definitely give them a shout out. And get what they got, see what they got, and go for it, man. Go for it. And once you leave there, you could go to go and see them and get that done. And and if you get your insurance, you could go over to Sheetz or Handy Mart and get your gas and see what they have to offer. You know, with their made-to-order food, so you can get your belly full, as well as get your belly full at the same time you're getting your gas tank full. So definitely do it. And Cobra Island is a proud supporter of mental health awareness, so you can go over to Robert C. Brown's office of Healing Grace Counseling Services and get your counseling done. And if Rob is not what you're looking for, there's other counseling offices here in Winchester that you can see, or you can get a hold of National Counseling Group, or you can get a hold of whatever your local office is, your local counseling office is. You know, always do the next right thing with getting yourself the help that you need. But if you need psychiatry and you're in Winchester or Front Royal, you could see Northwestern's Community Services and see what they have to offer and see what they got going on. So you could definitely check them out and go to and see them. And or you go see your closest office and definitely do that. And once you see them, you can go over to you can definitely see your closest office. But if you need to text somebody because you can't get an appointment, you could text 741-741. Or if you need to hear a human's voice, dial 988. You know, there's nothing wrong with getting help. But if that's not working, go to your closest emergency room. So let's look at Buzzsaw. Or not Buzzsaw, this is Waspinator. I'm looking at my Buzzsaw figure. But this is Waspinator. As you can see, he does have, as far as articulation goes, his little legs can move. His little bee legs can move. His wings can move. You know, his antennae can move. And this little pincer thing here moves. But this is cool looking Wasp. He was in the first season, one of the original Predacons. You know, it's very cool. But let's go ahead and see him in robot mode. First thing you want to do is, this is optional. You can remove his little stinger area right here off, because it does become his blaster in robot mode. So put that right there. And the next thing you want to do is unhook his feet from the connecting ports that are right there on his arms, what would become his arms. And then you just take his feet, pull them back. Ooh. Then you got his feet. Bring his legs out. And you just bring them up to where it can... Whoa, I'm glad I didn't bump that off. Where it can just connect right here. And you got his lower half done. And his legs, you can spin them back like this, so that way they won't be sticking out. And bring them in the back. And then you got him this far. And then you come up here to where his arms are. Untab them. And swivel his hand around. Second first, same as the first. Swivel his hand around. And you just take his insect legs and swing them toward the back. Lift the camera up some so you can see it. And then you want to bring this part down. And then you got Waspinator's head. And then take his backpack piece and just reconnect that. And then you got, in his robot form, the Nader himself. Waspinator. And of course, you can keep his bees, things like that. And then, for articulation-wise, his head can rotate the full 360, as you can see. And he does have up and down movements and wiggly side to side. And his arms can swing it to about there. You get the full 360 range all the way around. He does bend at the elbow. He does have that bicep swivel. And he does have that rotator where you can just do it with the arms. And of course his hands do rotate, but it's just basically just for transformation. And then he does have his legs can kick out to the full splits and then some. Just bring his leg out forward, bring his leg back so far. He has good 90-degree rotation of his knees in both directions. And his toesies and his heels can bend, but that's primarily due for transformation. Or you could also get some unique poses out of it. But that's pretty much it. You know, but like I say, you can have his blaster right here in his hand, in either hand. So he's got his stinger blaster. Or if you got him where he's not holding it, you just hug it back up in the back. You know, right there. And just have him just in there for hand-to-hand combat. I mean, it's your toy. You pose him however you look, however you feel like it. You know. But, you know, he's a good minion, so I had to put him as the top tier of the minions side. He would be top tier, full on display, because he's a good minion, even though he's the joke character of the group. He did have a standout cartoon in season 1, which we had discussed on the Beast Wars episode, where Starscream, the ghost of Starscream infiltrated Waspinator's body, and which is pretty cool. But it's always Waspinator's always the one getting blown up, and I kind of like the Waspinator character, you know, because he's always the one that's always like, me, Waspinator, we going after Scorpion Bot, me going after Ape Bot, me going over Rhino Bot, Cat Bot, depending on who he's fighting. You know, but he's cool, and the only one he doesn't call whatever the creature is Bot is Megatron, you know, because he always calls Megatron by Megatron. You know, Dinosaur, he calls Dinobot. I mean, even though he's calling him by his right name, but he's just referring to him as his bot, as in his animal form. Or Spider Bot, for Black Arachnia or Tarantulas, he calls them Spider Bots. But, Waspinator's always cool. I always get a kick out of him. But, on the cartoons, because he's one of my favorites. But this is an awesome, awesome figure. He is well worth the having. And so I'll see you on the next week. And until all are one, see ya.